What is going on, world? Welcome back once again. My name is Zach Novak and this is Zach Novak Plays Games, or Late Novak, because Zor's video, this video, it's late. So, before it's even later, let's roll the intros, get right into it, and I do hope you certainly enjoy. Alrighty, so Zor is on Io chilling at Giant Scar. Once you have spawned in, jump on your Sparrow and head in this direction. Good old Tentacle Face should be chilling in a cave. Up the back, let's get our fingers crossed as to hope that he's got something good. Let's have a look. Alrighty, so this week in itself, surprisingly, actually is pretty decent. Well, mainly for just this last week of the Revelry. Well, for the last few days of Revelry, let's just say that. Start things off with one of the good ones. We've got the Controverse hold for the Warlock. 23 legendary shards for this very, very fun OP exotic gauntlets. I will say exotic gauntlets being like the main part of it, but they are a lot of fun. They are definitely OP. Their main perk is called Chaotic Exchanger. Resist incoming damage while charging your Void Grenade with Chaos Accelerant, Feed the Void, or Handheld Supernova. And charged Void Grenades return a random amount of grenade energy on a hit. This thing in itself, I will honestly state, is a lot of fun, especially with Revelry, with, you know, the whole grenade tincture tonic thing. This thing in itself is just a lot of fun. And Crucible, I've seen a lot of this, but that is just one of those things where I'm like, hey, I don't really mind too much because I use these a lot on my Warlock. So yeah, anyway, secondary perks, we've got ourselves a fusion rifle loader, we got hand cannon loader, and we've also got impact induction, as well as, but not limited to, we've also got ourselves a sniper rifle scavenger and machine gun scavenger. Pretty nice, pretty decent. This thing in itself is definitely fun, and if you do not have it in your collection, go ahead and pick it up. Once again, 23 legendary shards. But moving on, next up we have the Anti-Aeus wards for the Titan, 23 legendary shards for this very underused exotic. Now, I myself love these things, simply because they are amazing in Crucible when people just don't actually expect it. They'll pop their super, whether it be like a Fist of Panic, and somehow I'm able to actually survive it using these by sliding. Yeah, I don't think that really is the original intention for these, but their main perk is actually called Reflective Vents. Improved slide, and sliding reflects incoming projectiles, reflecting projectiles grants super energy. In other words, you can take a lot of hits and actually reflect rockets and get your super back. So yeah, these things in themselves, very fun, very nice, and definitely, they're not too exotically OP. Let's just say they're randomly exotically average, just because I don't want them to be changed. I really like the way they work and they are awesome at the moment. Anyway, secondary perks on them, we've got ourselves a fusion rifle dexterity, hand cannon dexterity, and outreach, as well as, but not limited to, we've also got ourselves a scout rifle scavenger and a special ammo finder. Very nice, very decent. These things in themselves are honestly a lot of fun. Pick them up for your Titan if you have not got them, 23 legendary shards. But moving on, next up we've got ourselves another set of boots. These ones, however, are for the hunter or huntress. 23 legendary shards for the Gemini Jester, an exotic that actually is fairly annoying in Crucible. Seriously annoying in Crucible, let me just put it that way. Main perk on it is actually called Misdirection. Dodging disorientates nearby enemies and temporarily removes their radar. This thing in itself, yeah, I'm actually very annoyed by it. This actually does kind of get my, I guess, juices flowing, simply for the fact of, like, I really am sick of seeing teams that are just running this, because it's freaking hard to win. I mean, it's a good set of exotic boots, but I will state, they're very annoying, but very good when they actually work. And they usually do work almost every single time if you're dodging near enemies. Yeah, secondary perks on it, let's just go to those because this thing in itself is already getting me going, yeah. Anyway, Fusion Rifle Dexterity, Hand Cannon Dexterity, and Outreach, as well as, but not limited to, we've also got ourselves a Scout Rifle Scavenger and Special Ammo Finder. These things themselves, once again, they're definitely a good exotic. And a lot of people, if you don't actually, like, you know, kind of have tested them out, a lot of people kind of just got these and were like, yeah, I'll use them up against some random ads. Go into the Crucible and actually use these if you've got these on in itself. I'm telling you, you're going to win a fair amount of gunfights and melee fights simply for the fact of the enemies sometimes just don't even know where you are because of this. Hey, what? Why did I get Revelry Essence? I guess someone completed... Yeah, someone complete... No, I guess... Okay, there was an event going on and I got cool free stuff for it. Anyway, 23 legendary shards for the Gemini Jester. Pick them up for your hunter or huntress. Next up though, moving on, finally we're finishing things up with the Huckleberry. A very good exotic. 29 legendary shards for this submachine gun that I myself definitely state is very, very nice. Main perk on it is actually called Ride the Bull. Increased rate of fire and recoil while holding down the trigger, but kills with this weapon reload a portion of the magazine. That kind of stacking it with Rampage, making this thing very beastly, very fun, and I myself definitely would have to say kind of edging on OP, simply for the fact of this thing in Crucible melts. Like, if you get up close to someone, this thing is really nice. Kind of pairing this with Gemini Jester in itself makes you a fairly good hunter, surprisingly, even if you are a bad player. Just saying that because I myself have actually used this and Gemini Jester in hand combat for the last probably 4 days, just because I've been running my hunter. But yeah, let's not just say that I'm one of those people that goes in the Crucible and uses this and Gemini Jester just to win every gunfight, but I try to. But anyway, that is enough for the exotic gear. For the consumables of the week, that we do need to get more consumables because the Five of Swords is getting very, very old. However, it's still very, very fun. What does it do? It allows you to make your challenging nightfalls more challenging by adding challenging modifiers and make that challenging nightfall more challenging with challenging modifiers that also make that modifiers in themselves sometimes fun, but more so just challenging. And it also allows you to get a better score. That also does kind of go hand in hand with better loot, just actually saying. So pick this thing up if you want to actually get a higher score in Nightfalls and some better loot if possible. But yeah, I myself very much do like the Five of Swords, just saying. Anyway, moving on, next up we've also finally got ourselves the Invitation of the Nine. This one is the world. Collect physical, metaphysical, blah blah samples from defeated combatants in the European Dead Zone and complete the Lake of Shadows. Fairly simple, fairly easy, 9 legendary shards. It gives you a bunch of backstory to the game and some lore and some cool loot. That in itself I do like. Pick it up just because it's very cheap. And finally, finishing things off, we've got the Isochronal Engram, aka known as the Faded Engram there, mate. It's 97 legendary shards. It is going to give you an exotic that you do not own unless you own all exotics from the actual collection pool. That collection pool in itself exists of Forsaken gear and before. Nothing from anything at the new stuff, but it will get updated in the future with stuff like that periodically as we do get new actual DLC for the game. However, it can actually give you some really awesome exotic gear if it actually is kind of exotic gear that you're going for and you want to get better rolls on certain exotic gear. This in itself can definitely turn out to be sometimes good if you get gear like that. What? I didn't even have that. I didn't even have that for my hunter. Zor, that is awesome. That is crazy. I just got the 6th coyote. Like, really? I didn't even have this thing. Not even at all for my hunter. That's freaking cool. That's awesome. Double dodge. So yeah, if it wasn't bad enough me being a Gemini Jester user, now I'm gonna be the 6th coyote user just so I can dodge left, dodge right and get as close to you before I blast you with a fusion rifle, just because I love my Voops. But that is actually pretty freaking cool. I'm actually really hyped about that. Whoa. Okay, cool. I got the 6th coyote from a freaking Faded Engram from Zor. That was probably one of the exotics that I actually needed. Quickly, let me just have a look. I'm pretty sure I'm not actually missing very many exotics now. I'm missing two. The Shards of Galnor and the Liar's Handshake. As well as, I think, anything else. No, that's it. Cool. So yeah, I got the 6th coyote. I'm happy. I'm hyped. That's cool. I'm probably gonna have the 6th coyote. Actually, you know what? I will put the 6th coyote in the actual, you know, thumbnail, just so it's one of those things where it's like, hey, it's one of those things. But yeah. Anyway, this has been Zach Novak, this has been Zor's Location. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, click that like button down below, leave a comment, let me know what you guys actually got from Zor. Was it anything cool? Was it anything decent? Was it actually something you didn't have before like I myself actually got? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll probably be very either happy about what you got or just actually, you know, I'll comment back and tell you how I actually feel about what you got if you guys happen to actually leave a comment. But yeah, if you guys did actually enjoy this video, maybe share it around because it seriously helps out the channel, helps out you guys, and helps out other people to actually see my content, which in turn actually helps me out to upload more content because, you know, getting actual videos to go up and getting views, kind of, it's fallen off in the last few months, as most of you that are actually watching this probably know. But yeah, if you're any of you, potentially hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date to my actual content, or actually see my content. And if you do want to actually stay up to date with my content and you are either a new viewer or a returning subscriber, potentially hit that bell notification. Do all that good stuff though. Once again, this has been Zach Novak. Until next time, this is Zach Novak. Do all that good stuff and I'll be Sharon like Karen ever. He was Ed Sheeran. But again, this is Zach Novak. Signing off. Peace out.